Good morning, class. You are welcome back to today's this week episode on trading accounts. As we have started last week, we give definition of trading account last week and some of it terms or terminologies used in trading accounts. Today we are moving on to ways of preparing trading account. That is the formats, the formation and of trading account. How does the preparation looks like? So we have two forms of preparations. We have T format and columnar format. Inshallah, we are going to show the examples or illustration on the trading accounts. Please do not forget that we said trading account is an account of a single trader or one-man business. So in that regard, the formats for trading accounts is shown to you, is shown below. The items you are to get when preparing trading account are opening stock. Those are terms in trading account or items in trading account. Opening stock, closing stock, purchases, sales, return inward or return or sales return, return outward or purchases returns, carriage inward, goods withdrawn, goods destroyed, goods stonings, net profits, carriage inward, gross profits, gross loss, cost of goods available for sales, cost of goods sold. All these are terms in trading accounts. So to show you the format on trading account, at the right hand side of the T format, the items you are expected to see there are sales returns, if any, and then net sales or sales turnover. The reason why we have net sales or sales turnover is the removal of return inward or sales return from actual sales. That's why we said it's net sales or sales turnover at the right hand side. At the left hand side here, you have a opening stock. You are to add purchases to the opening stock. But before you add purchase to the opening stock, go through the question given. Check very well. After checking the question very well, if there is carriage inward, if there is return outward, good stoning, good withdrawals or good destroy, if there is any of these items in the question given or information given, you have to add carriage inward to actual purchase and you deduct return outward or purchases returns, goods stolen, goods withdrawn or goods destroyed. You add all those four items together, then you now subtract it from actual purchase before you now add it to the opening stock. By adding it to the opening stock, what you are to get there is a net purchases. Before you add it to the opening stock, after subtracting all those items, either return outward, goods stolen, goods withdrawn, goods destroyed, after deducting it from actual purchase, you get your net purchase. And you now add that net purchase to the opening stock. After adding the net purchase to the opening stock, you have cost of goods available for sale. That is the numbers of goods that are ready for selling. Cost of goods that are ready for selling, ready for sales. Cost of goods available for sales. So from there, you now less closing stock. You know I've said it that those are the terms, those are the items you are going to find concerning trading account. You now less opening stock from it. You look at the format very well. After deducting opening stock from cost of goods available for sales, the amount you get is cost of sales or cost of goods sold. Cost of sales or cost of goods sold. Cost of sales or cost of goods sold. You now compare your cost of sales or cost of goods sold with your net sales. You compare the two together. You now look at which one is bigger, which one is smaller. You now take away the smaller one from the bigger one. Let's assume your net sales is 100,000 and your cost of goods sold is 95,000. That means your net sales is bigger than your cost of goods sold. With what? With how much? With 5,000 naira. That 5,000 naira will serve as our gross profit. But if our cost of sales or cost of goods sold is 100,000 and our net sales is just 90,000, that means cost of goods sold is greater than our net sales. Then we now take our net sales away from cost of goods sold. The amount left over is 10,000 naira. That 10,000 naira is our gross loss. Those are the items in the trading account. After that, you now add the items together. You get your final answer. So on the vertical format or columnar format, the trading account, mind you, as I've told you, account preparation has no full stop. Any headings you are writing, any heading, account heading has no full stop because account is a continuous process. You can prepare your account weekly, you can prepare it monthly, you can prepare your account yearly. Depends on the types of business you are running. An account has no full stop. That's why whenever you are writing heading of an account, do not put full stop at the end, because account is a continuous exercise, it's a continuous process. Trading account for the year ended 31st December 2018. There is no full stop at the end. Then on the vertical format or columnar format, you start with the sales. Your sales is given. After go through the question, you discover that there is a sales returns, and then you deduct your sales returns from your actual sales. You have your net sales or sales turnover. You have your net sales or sales turnover. So after that, we are moving on to our cost of sales. The items under the cost of sales are opening stock, purchases, carriage inward, returns, good withdrawals, good destroy, good stonings, and closing stocks. All these are items under our cost of sales. Under it, we have our opening stock written, purchases on a separate line, hard carriage inward. The carriage inward should be added to purchases. So after that, you now deduct the goods return outward, goods stonings, you add everything together. Goods withdrawn, you had return outward to goods stoning, you had it to good withdrawn, you had it to good destroy. You now take the amount away from our purchases. Then thereby you have your net purchase. That take away all this item from the actual purchase, you get your net purchase. After getting your net purchase, you now add our net purchase to the opening stock. After adding the net purchase to the opening stock, we are going to get our cost of goods available for sales. Cost of goods available for sales. My dear student, look at the brackets. The sign of that bracket open and bracket close. The sign of that bracket shows deductions. It means minus. It means less or minus. The sign of bracket open and close means a minus. So thereby, addition of net purchase to the opening stock will give us cost of goods available for sales. After cost of goods available for sales, we now take our closing stock. We now subtract our closing stock or less our closing stock from cost of goods available for sales. After deducting our closing stock from cost of goods available for sales, what we are to get is cost of sales or cost of goods sold. Cost of sales or cost of goods sold. Cost of sales or cost of goods sold. We now take away our cost of goods sold from our net sales up. We take our cost of goods sold or cost of sales from our net sales. After subtracting cost of goods sold from the net sales, the amount we have to get is either gross profit or gross loss. It depends on the amount we realize. It depends on amount of cost of goods sold, amount of net sales. If net sales is greater than cost of goods sold, the amount we are to get is gain, is profit. That means we are having gross profit. But if cost of goods sold is greater than net sales, we are to get gross loss. That's all about trading account, either T format or conominal format. Note this: gross profit is equal to net sales or sales turnover minus cost of goods sold. That's gross profit. While gross loss is cost of goods sold minus net sales or sales turnover. That's just it. So example on this. Example 1. The following are balances extracted from the books prepared. Use the traditional or T format method to prepare a trading account of A. Ibiyemi for the year ended 31st December 2014 from the information below. These are the information. Our opening stock is 5,000. Our purchase is 100,000. Our sales is 150,000. Our sales returns is 5,000. Our purchases returns is 2,000. Closing stock as at 31st December 2014 is 3,000. Goods withdrawn by the supplier is 8,000. Carriage inward is 15,000. Carriage inward is 15,000. You now use it to prepare. Let's now prepare our trading account by using the sign naira and kobo. Please, my dear student, always endeavor to put the unit of money, that either in dollar, euro, or pounds. You have to put it. But Nigeria here we are using naira. So the use of naira the unit of naira should always be indicated in your account. Now let's look at it very well. Opening stock, we have 5,000. Sales, as it is given the question, we have 150,000. You have to less sales returns. After deducting sales return of 5,000 from 150,000, our net sales or sales turnover is 145,000. Right. Opening stock of 5,000 naira. Hard purchases. Instead of you adding purchases directly to the opening stock, purchase in our trading activities, we have carriage inward. In our trading activities, we have purchases returns. The goods we purchase and we discover that some goods were bad, or maybe we've gotten that goods in essence. We have to return some back to where we purchased it. So goods withdrawn. There are some goods that the supplier of that goods discovered that part of the goods supplied to you is not part of yours. The goods has to be withdrawn by the supplier from the purchases. Before we now get our net purchases, the actual purchase is 100,000 and 15,000 as a trading carriage inward is trading expenses. So purchases returns or returns outward is 2,000 naira. We add it to good withdraw, making 10,000 naira. We now take away 10,000 naira from 115,000 naira. Our net purchases is 105,000 naira. 105,000 naira. That's our net purchases. We now add our net purchases to the opening stock. Opening stock of 5,000. When we now add it, we had 105,000 naira to plus 5,000 naira, making 110,000 naira. That's our cost of goods available for sales. That's our cost of goods that is available for selling exercise. From there, you now deduct our closing stock. The closing stock is 3,000 naira. Subtracting of 3,000 naira from 110,000 naira will give us 107,000 naira as our cost of sales or cost of goods sold. 107,000 naira as our cost of sales or cost of goods sold. Getting that one, we now consider the two items together. We compare our net sales and cost of goods sold. We compare the two together. Which one is bigger? In the example given here, as you can see it, 145,000 is bigger than 107,000 naira. Yes, it's true. That means our net sales is bigger than our cost of sales, is bigger than our cost of goods sold. Yes. So we now take away 107,000 naira from 145,000 naira. The leftover amount is 30,000 naira. That leftover amount that is 30,000 naira is our gross profit. My students, are we there? It's our gross profit. We now add the gross profit to 107,000 naira. We have it to be 145,000 naira as our grand total. That's trading account for the T format. That's trading account for the T format. Example 2. The following balances are extracted from the books prepared. Use the information below to prepare a trading account of MMO Enterprises for the year ended 31st December 2015. Use the vertical or columnar method. These are the questions. Purchases 130,000. Carriage inward 20,000. Sales 210,000. Opening stock 15,000. Closing stock as at 31/12/2015 10,000 naira. Return outward 5,000 naira. Return inward 6,000 naira. Good stoning 2,000 naira. Good withdrawn 5,000 naira. Good destroy 4,000 naira. Then now use this to prepare your trading accounts using second method, that is using columnar method. I've told you in account, when you are preparing account, in any heading of account you are prepared, do not apply full stop. You can see this one now. Trading account of MMO Enterprises for the year end 31st December 2015. You hardly see full stop there. There is nothing like full stop. Sales now, our sales is 210,000. Our sales in that question is 210,000. And our return inward or sales returns is 6,000 naira. We now take away 6,000 naira from 210,000 naira. Our leftover amount is 204,000 naira. That's our net sales. That's our net sales. My student, take a look at all these things, please, and master it. Do not cram. Read and understand. Work it out yourself as well. So our net sales or sales turnover is 204,000 naira. Then we move down to cost of sales. I've told you the other time that under the cost of sales, terms expected under the cost of sales are opening stock, purchases, return inward, good stoning, good return, good destroy if any, and closing stocks. All these are items expected under our cost of sales. Now let's look at it. Our opening stock is 15,000. Hard purchases 130,000. Hard carriage inward to purchases, which is 20,000, plus 130,000, making 150,000. Let's return outward of 5,000. Yes. Less good returns. Less good stoning of 2,000. Yes. Less good withdrawn of 5,000. Right. Less good destroy of 4,000. By adding good stoning, good withdrawn, good destroy, and return out of, by adding it together, is everything is 16,000 naira. We now take away 60,000 naira from 150,000 naira. So the leftover amount is 134,000 naira. My students, are you there? Oh, you are not sleeping. Are you all there? Please try to wake up. Our leftover is 134,000 naira. That 134,000 naira is our net purchase. You can see the arrow. That is, do not make mistake that 134,000 naira is written twice. No, it's written once to show that the arrow indicate that 134,000 is going to be added to your opening stock. That's the meaning. Our net purchase is 134,000. We now add 134,000 to our opening stock now. Abi, after adding it, we have 149,000 naira. The amount we have is 149,000 naira. That 149,000 naira is our cost of goods available for sales. Cost of the goods that is available for sales. So, mere knowing that one, we move on to our closing stock. And closing stock is given. I've told you the sign bracket open and close indicates subtraction. Please get that one right. Let's closing stock, which is 31,000. Let's closing stock, which is 10,000 naira. Closing stock as at 31/12/2015 is a 10,000 naira. Take away 10,000 naira from 149,000 naira. It remains 139,000 naira. 139,000 naira. That 139,000 naira is our cost of goods sold or cost of sales. It's our cost of goods sales or cost of sales. It's our cost of goods sold or cost of sales. So take away cost of sales from our net sales. That's the difference between T format and columnar format. Instead of getting the balance to be the grand total to be net sales, no, the grand total here is going to be our gross profit or gross loss. Are we there? We now take away, we compare the two together. Which one is bigger? Our net sales is bigger than our cost of goods sold, which is 139,000. We take away 139,000 naira from 204,000 naira. From 204,000 naira, Abi? 204,000 naira. So, by taking away 139,000 naira from 204,000 naira, our leftover amount is 65,000 naira. It's 65,000 naira. That 65,000 naira is our gross profit. But if our net sales is 139,000 and our cost of goods sold is 204,000, that means what we are still going to get as leftover is gross loss. That means we are going to indicate the sign of bracket open and this and that. The profit we realize is not profit, but we realize is loss. We realize loss. That means it's going to be gross loss. If cost of goods sold is 204,000 and our net sales is 139,000, we are still going to get 65,000, but it will be loss, gross loss. Note this: in the T format, cost of goods sold and gross profit should be added to have the grand total of net sales. Yes, in the T format. I've told you, I've said it. While in columnar format, the cost of goods sold is deducted from our net sales to have the gross profit, and reverse in the case of gross loss as well. That's all about preparation of trading account. Those are the two methods of preparing trading account. My dear students, all these things are being uploaded in your portal. Please go through them. Please do not play away your time. Like I always said, I always told you this, that time is money. You have to spend it wisely. Spend your money wisely. Do not be a smoker. Please do not be a smoker. A smoker is someone that destroys his own property, of not managing his property very well. Your education is your property at this stage. Please manage it very well. Try to read all your notes, all your books, all things that you have been taught. Try to go through them. Do not take a single subject as your primary note that you'll be reading. Always consult all your notes. All the subjects are very important for you. Go through them. Now, use the T format to answer this. Assignment given. Please, my dear students, always do your assignment and upload it for marking. Use the traditional presentation of T format to prepare trading account of ABME Enterprises for the year ended 31st December 2018. Purchases, you have 130,000. Carriage inward, you have 20,000. Sales, you have 210,000. Opening stock, you have 15,000. Closing stock, you have 10,000. Return inward, you have 6,000. Return outward, you have 5,000. Good stolen, you have 2,000. Good withdrawn, you have 5,000. Good destroy, you have 4,000 naira. This is an assignment for you, my student. Try to do it. Inshallah, by next week we are moving on to profit and loss account. Profit and, like I've told you, that we are on final account, and we said this final account is divided into 3. These are trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Because final account always shows the financial position of every business, like I've told you. By showing the financial, this is the financial position of trading activity of MMO, and the financial position of ABME. You have to prepare the trading account of ABME to show the financial position is a business is at the end of the year or month. Please, my dear student, always consult your notes and do not read for cramming. Read and understanding. Do not cram. Read and understand for you to be able to digest. Read to understand. Do not read to memorize. Do not read to cram. Read and understand is better, more than read and cram. May Almighty Allah assist you. Before we go on today, my dear student, once again, the format of trading account, always go through it. Always use it to guide yourself in order to know how to prepare trading account. In case you are just a fresh in business, you are a fresher in business, no, you have nothing like a stock. You are going to have your purchases, you are going to have your sales, you are going to have your return outward, you are going to have your return inward, you are going to have your goods destroyed, goods withdrawn. Please do, and then at the end of the whole lesson, you are going to have your closing stock. If you are asked to prepare trading account and there is nothing like opening stock, please, my dear student, do not bother yourself. It is not stock that we open, it is purchase that we open our trading account. Get that one right. So you can be given purchases, carriage inward, return outward, return inward sales, and you are also prepare your trading account. You are still on the way. And closing stock, you are still on the right path. Use it to prepare your trading account. At the end of that period, you are going to determine the closing stock. It is the closing stock of this year that you brought forward to the next year that will serve as your opening stock. That will serve as your opening stock. Inshallah, this is where we are drawing the curtain of today's episode. By next week, we are moving on to profit and loss account, as I've said. And the terminologies under profit and loss account will be explained on the note as well. We given, inshallah, by next week. May Almighty Allah spare our life to death. May Almighty Allah spare our life to them.